Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Maria Sorrell. Welcome to Community Connection. On today's show, you'll be enjoying a celebration as we celebrate 10 years of the NEGRI Learning Center.
Tonight is a real celebration of the 10th anniversary of the NEGRI. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since this program got off the ground. And the interesting thing is that the first major production that the NEGRI did was Music Man.
Wow.
So we're coming back and repeating full cycle at the 10th anniversary. And we've got a special celebration to do this night because we have a new building on the horizon.
Yeah.
We've got one it's really right across the street over here, and we're going to be building it out and moving in next year, and so the NEGRI will have its own dedicated education building so that we can grow the program.
You know, and it's so amazing because here we are in LA that has so many actors involved, but the ones that learn here and come here are so exceptional.
Well, it's you know, performing arts education is such an important part of a child's life. There are statistics and studies one after another. You'll hear me say a little bit tonight about that, about how important it is to the overall education and well-rounding of young people. But you know, it's not a good time in our state, as you know, and you know, the kinds of things that are getting cut out of the schools are exactly this kind of thing, which are important. So that means that there's an opportunity for us to step in and try to kind of help fill the void.
And what I also love is it's not just kids; it's people of all ages that come here to learn.
Well, that's right. We have an adult program as well as a children's program.
Right.
It's not as big, but we have great hopes with the new building that we'll be able to expand that as well.
So what's going to be your favorite part of the whole evening tonight here?
The film, the video.
Yeah.
This is going to be a real special event for the people that have been here, particularly the ones that have been here for 10 years, because it really is going to show the history of the NEGRI Learning Center and what it is and what it's meant to all the people that have gone through these doors over the past 10 years.
When I look around, I walked through by myself today and just looked around, and this isn't even all of the shows that we've performed, of course, you know, but it was powerful thinking how much has been accomplished in the last 10 years. I'm really moved and really blessed that I've been able to be part of this for the last 10 years.
What got you involved in this in the beginning?
You know, I came to work here in the marketing department, actually. This building did not exist at all.
Wow.
And I knew that they were going to build a building. I knew they wanted an education building. I had worked with children for many, many years in film and television and modeling and a variety of other ways. And my children were in the business as well. And so I had a vision for what education would look like here. And I was able to share that effectively enough, apparently, that they said, here, this is yours, and allowed me to build this program, and it's history. All the rest of it's just history, you know, now. And I knew exactly what excellence looked like. When I was getting my children started in the business, I looked all around the South Bay area, and for what they needed to do and wanted to do professionally, that kind of training didn't exist in the South Bay area.
Right.
And so I drove them to Los Angeles several times a week. And so I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could bring that excellence here to the South Bay and to the Hill? And because I have some amazing people that I've worked with over the years, they made that trek, and they are making it more and more and more over the years, and begging to work here now, actually. So it's been awesome. Our very first year, I was in the building for 1 month, and then we did a holiday camp, and we had maybe 25 kids.
Wow.
You know, then. And
how many now?
We serve about 1,600 kids a year.
Wow.
Here, so yeah.
Wow. So yes, when you were walking around this room by yourself, there must have been a huge sense of accomplishment going on.
You know, like I said, I'm very blessed. You know, not many people get to do something they love every single day of the year, and I do. You know,
I know that this documentary tonight is going to be very special because it's going to recap the last 10 years.
It is. They got about 20 hours of footage, interviews, just in interviews, actually, not in footage, in just interviews, and could have easily done a 2-hour documentary on this program. We've condensed that down to 17 minutes, but the people that made the film were very moved by what they saw and bought into that at such a high level that it shows the heart, and the heart of this program really shows in the film, and I think that's a testimony to all the people that talked about it and what it's done in their their lives. So I'm excited for everyone to see it tonight.
We'll talk about how you became involved into getting this project off the ground.
Well, I met Ashley Martinez last year in New York, and she let me know that the Norris was looking for somebody to make a film for this 10th year anniversary celebration. Wow. That kind of talked about what is so special about this program. And so that became kind of an interesting question for me. It's like, what makes this program tick? When I took on the project, I looked at all this archival footage from 10 years of this program being around, and I was just so impressed with the performative excellence of these kids, and just their spirit and passion, and so the question then for me became, what is special about this program? How does the NEGRI Learning Center produce such incredibly talented young performers? Right,
and I know that you had so much footage to look at. How difficult was that to kind of wade through it?
Well, actually, I had a lot of help from folks here at the Norris to kind of, they could tell me, what clips to look at, what clips had like little gems. In fact, Ashley Martinez she was a wonderful producer because she has, because Ashley Martinez, the producer of the film, came up through this program. She had this great familiarity with all these different shows and these different special people. In one of the stories that we followed, Ashley was familiar with some of this young talented performers' earliest shows, and so we were able to kind of sort through the footage and find these moments which corresponded to the stories that the people we interviewed came up when we talked to them.
I know that you've worked doing this for a very long time, but how inspiring is it for you to be able to look at something like that and go, wow, those kids are so dedicated to what they love?
I couldn't have made this film without falling in love with not just the NEGRI, but with musical theater. I don't think I ever really got musical theater until I sat and just watched hours of it. And now, when I was in the last stages of editing, I was practically singing along with every cut.
It's amazing because we talk about New York and seeing a Broadway show and how amazing that is, and then you see some of these shows and you're like, they work just as hard, Absolutely, they work just as hard, and in fact, I find that some of the clips I saw are really, these kids are doing Broadway level stuff. It's just phenomenal. Yeah. And really, and they're just wonderful kids.
It is remarkable to be a part of this program, first as a student, and being mentored by these incredible theater professionals who really brought light and life and professionalism to my understanding of theater, because I was bit by the bug early on, but I didn't have the skills necessarily to plug in to do it as well as I wanted to. And so to have this resource on the peninsula as I was graduating high school, it was kind of like, oh, just in time for me to leave, But I enjoyed it for a couple of years, summers coming home from college, and then I had the great privilege of coming back about 5 years later and teaching some here and directing, and now I'm in New York producing film and choreographing off-Broadway and doing all sorts of fun,
amazing things.
Yeah, creative work.
What was the first show that you did here?
The first show I did was actually The Music Man.
Wow.
And so it was the first summer that the Norris actually produced a show. The NEGRI produced a show with their education department, and I was involved in it, and I was one of the pick a little ladies, and that same summer we did Into the Woods, and I got to play the baker's wife, and it was just such a special summer because you felt it even then that we were a part of something that was going to be truly magnificent.
And now, talking about the documentary, I know that you're one of the producers of the documentary.
That I am. I am one of the producers of the documentary. We have been working for the last 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months, on this piece that really shares the breadth of the program. That it covers the classes and the professional directors that are coming in, and the sense of family that both the kids have, but also the parents have, volunteering and being a part of something much bigger. And it's really a celebration of community and this artistic family that everyone, that we all get to be a part of by being here at the Norris.